Well, I'm just going to check to see if there's sound in the background here first. Checking to see if we got sound. Yep, we got sound. Alrighty. Well, let's get this underway. Ladies, gentlemen, pronouns, lend me your ears. Crazy Kid back for another live stream and a little bit of an update. We had Cherry Fest just recently. Hello, Andy. How you doing? Hello, Gianna. How are you doing? We had Cherry Fest in a neighboring community. So a friend of mine and I, we rode the bus. It cost $5 to go out of town. Rode the bus to go to this Cherry Fest, and there was nothing there. Like it was rides and stuff like that. I wasn't going on the rides. I was like, no, I just walk around and see if there's anything worth buying or whatever. There wasn't. Um, it was mostly a day for the kids. It was, it's a festival for the kids. Um, they didn't have any bags of cherries there like they normally do because the cherry harvest was actually early this year. Hey, John Lobley, how you doing? So being that the cherry harvest was early, they were sold out. So we didn't get any, raw cherries, but they had cherry pies there, 9-inch cherry pie for $16 and a deep dish for 18. I was like, no, I don't think so. I like cherry pie, but not that much, you know. So it was just a good day to get out. Hello, Global. So for me, it was just a day out with a friend, and we just had a laugh, and we had a good time. Just shooting the breeze with each other, and went out for lunch in someplace other than the city that we live in, which was cool. We also had on Wednesday we had a contest in the building that I live in. Yeah, you should have went to Cherry Fest. We had a contest in the building that I live in for Green Thumb, and that's what they call it, the Green Thumb contest. Basically, like decorate your balcony with flowers and colors and stuff like that. Like make it look nice and pretty. Well, being that I'm kind of allergic to flowers, I can't breathe around them. You know, I was like, well, what am I going to do to participate in this? So what I did was I created this. It's the greenest thumb you'll ever get. And it's kind of got like a Day of the Dead kind of motif to it. So that was my entry right there. They said, be creative. Well, there we go. Be original. Hey, thumbs up for the originality. Use of color. I used a few different colors. And, the use of space. I used a lot of the space. So I thought I qualified. Made the building manager laugh. That was one of the reasons why I did it. I just hung it on my balcony railing and kind of tied it in. I was like, good to go. It was just for fun, just they haven't done the normally they give us a sheet of paper and tell us who won or where who won the contest. So I haven't gotten that. Thanks, Gianna. if I could send it to you, I would. I don't need it. Oh, but I thought it was just for fun. Just you know, get a good laugh out of it. Give them something interesting to see, give them something interesting to look at. So that was basically the only reasons why I did that. And just to be kind of have a little bit of a giggle, put a little bit of haha in the day. Yeah, speaking of haha, not this week coming up, but the following week is when I'm having the entire week set out for the comedy videos, like comedies, parodies, just fun songs. It's going to be the week long event, Monday all the way from Monday to Sunday. And then yeah, it's one of those things, Gianna. Hey, Kiki and Jasmine, how are you doing? Yeah, so at the end of the week of comedy videos, I've already started working on some party videos for the month of August. The month of August is going to be all songs about parties and what people do at parties and stuff like that. So it's going to be, basically August is going to be the party month because also August. So, it's going to be one of those, let's have some fun. So, and it's going to be, I'm going to be going back to the Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos for the party videos because there isn't very many of them. So I got some interesting ones coming up. Some really fun songs. But yeah, it's one of those things. Other than that, mom's birthday's coming up next week. So the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be like, I'm busier than a cat covering doo doo on a hot tin roof. So, between trying to make videos, doing my other stuff, and then taking care of what needs to be taken care of. I wish there was more than 24 hours in a day, kind of thing. I spent most of the day today catching up to my brother on the Haven series. Just finally, basically burned all the way through season 3. And then when he comes over on Fridays, it's going to be like watching season 4 together. I don't try to be funny. It just happens, It just comes out naturally. I got no filter. When it comes to a funny idea in my head, it gets shot out this gaping hole in my face, and there's no Gandalf standing at the end of my tongue waiting for stuff like that to happen and going, "You shall not pass." So when it comes down to it, it's just one of those things. It just keeps me and the people I talk to on their toes. Because I like to just have fun, have a good laugh, and if everybody else around me is having a good laugh, all the better. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe here. There'd be no choice in the matter on that one there, Globo. I just wasn't built with one. Like even back when I was a little kid, I had the most interesting ideas and funny things come, happen around me, and just blurt out the funniest things, and then people just like shocked. And it's such a small kid saying you're doing such a funny thing. Like when I was 7 years old, I was in grade 2, and we were going from printing to block, or from block printing to hook and loop cursive writing. And this teacher, she didn't like me because of the lack of filter that I have. She writes this great big long note on the board. It must have taken her about 3 hours to write this down. And she's expecting 7-year-olds who are just learning this brand new cryptic form of communication to write, read it, comprehend it, write it down in their notes in 42 minutes. That ain't happening. Now, my handwriting isn't the best my handwriting isn't any good at the best of times. Put me into a rush and it gets worse. So I figured I'll just, scribble it all down, just get it all in my notes. And then when I get home, I'll have a whole lot more time. I got more time to, like artistically, make it neat. So I'm sitting there just racing through this note, and the teacher's going around checking everybody else's progress. And she stops at mine. She's looking at my paper, and it looks like, basically Picasso's version of ink stains in a windstorm. And she looks at that, and she looks at me, and she goes, "Can you actually read that?" I'm like, "Well, kind of." And she's like, "You stand up and read that chicken scratch to the rest of the class." So I was like, my parents have always told me, when an authority figure tells you to do something and it's morally correct, you got to do exactly what they say. So I stood up and I cleared my throat. I was like, she got so pissed at me, she just pointed to the door, and I knew I was on my way to the office for the 4th time that day. But everybody else in the class never got anything else written for the rest of the day. Like, as soon as they put pen in hand, they started laughing all over again. So it's just one of those things. At 7 years old, even at 7 years old. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. But until they do or say something that's off color, we'll let them stick around. We'll let them prove me wrong about my suspicions. And I don't mind if I get proven wrong about my suspicions, but my alert radar is very high right now. Because of all the different accounts that have attacked me over the past little while, over the past 6 months, it would not surprise me one bit that the same person spent a number of time, or like an amount of time, creating a brand new account just to harass me, just like they have done it many times before. And if they spent half that time harassing me into making their own content that was worthwhile watching, they might actually make some money. So, it will be what it will be. Just like last week, there was that one account that came in here, and I was like, okay, you proved me wrong. And then they ended up proving me right. So just, until they do something that is underhanded or dishonest or, basic bullshit, I say just, let them be until they do that. Because, I'm not I don't like putting people in bandwagon, because that just basically tells me that there's that many people, or some people want to just hurt other people. So I don't really want to put anybody there, but if they deserve to go there, hey, you get to play with the other idiots. Yeah, we were out of town when my friend and we were out of town. We stopped at this place called Fat Jimmy's. And let me tell you, I had their chicken Caesar wrap, their crunchy chicken Caesar wrap. Oh, oh, oh man, was that ever good? It was something else. It was off the hook. Yeah, it definitely does have a hint of that Kiki and Jasmine, but until they do something stupid, we'll let them continue in the conversation. So we just until they're being disrespectful, and it's like I said last week, one and done. I'm done giving people chances. One and done. Um, what else is going on? Da, 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 da. Um, oh, Kyle Larson won another race on Sunday. Just all strategy, all strategy. Um, he basically pitted at the right time at the end of the race, near the end of the race, to make sure he had enough fuel to finish the race. Um, strategy, luck, all played a just basically played a whole huge part in it. And on top of that, you got the driving ability of Kyle Larson, who can get in behind the wheel of anything and make it freaking roar down the track. Oh, nice, nice. That's the day before my birthday. You're leaving on August 4th. Yeah. Yeah, it's just they just joined like 3 days ago. So it's there's a little slight bit of suspect there, but like I said, until they do something dumb, just let them ride. What's it like to feel exited at your age? Is that supposed to be excited? You know, when I was in school, when I was in school, I used to get chased down, beat up by like six guys at the same time every single day. Making it past high school, actually making it to high school, was a treat. Making it past high school, making it all the way through high school was a surprise. But after that, it was like total change. Like every time I hit a milestone, like 25, 30, 35, 50, it was, it was like, I'm surprised I'm actually here. But yeah, if you're, Kiki and Jasmine, if you're leaving on the 4th, like that's literally the day after my parents' um, anniversary and the day before my birthday. It's like right in, sandwich right in between. So yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. Like I'm going to be having a few friends over during the afternoon, and then I already told them, listen, you guys got to bail by 7 because I got to get my stuff ready for like live stream on Monday. That because my birthday's actually on a Canadian holiday, civic holiday. So I told him, I said, yeah, I don't mind having you guys over. We'll have a few drinks or whatever like that. Maybe play some board games or some euchre or something like that. But 7 o'clock when that bell hits 7, there's the door. Oh, you're leaving this Sunday. Hey, Gion, or Gideon. Yeah, this Sunday's the 28th. So you'll be leaving the day before the comedy run starts, and you'll be there for what, 4 months, 5 months? What areas of the Philippines are you heading to? Oh, I was talking to a young lady on the bus. She looked like she was a young lady, Filipino. And Filipinos, the one thing that they got really going for them is they don't look their age. They actually look like much younger than they are. I have no idea how old this lady was, but she was definitely adult. If I had to guess, she'd probably be about 28, 29 years old, overseas worker. And we were sitting there shooting the breeze. I just kind of glanced over and I said, "Oh, are you from the Philippines?" She goes, "Yeah." So she said where she was from, and I was like, up until I first heard the Fourth Impact, when I first heard their music, I had no idea other than the Philippines was on the Axis and Allies game board, and it's a strategic place. Forever, crazy. About 8 months every year in the Philippines, 4 months in Ireland. Nice. Wow, that is cool. What parts of the Philippines are you planning on hitting this time, or do you always go back to the same one? Yeah, up until I first heard of Fourth Impact, I didn't know squat about the Philippines. I knew roughly where it was, but other than that, I didn't know squat about it. And then I started doing a little bit of online research and about here and there and all over, and finding a couple of channels that I really enjoyed from people from the Philippines. And she goes, "Oh yeah, it's Four Minions." Yeah, Four Minions. I know she knows who Fourth Impact is. So that was we had a fun conversation. Manila and mostly in Cebu. Okay, so you're sticking around the higher end places. Yeah, Metropolitan Manila is like probably the most expensive place next to Bora Bora or Boracay. Um, and Cebu is like right up there as well. So yeah, I'd love to go visit the Philippines, even just to go see it once. But if I could go there and like 8 months there, 4 months back, oh yeah, I'd pick those 8 months just like you in the wintertime. Get me the hell out of here when it gets cold and bring me back when it gets hot. Hello, Nicole. How are you doing? Um, but yeah, it's one of those things where I don't know, I just trying to you know keep up with things, and I had a couple videos reclaim their copyright issue on a couple of my videos, and I had to redispute it. It's one of those ongoing things, like constantly gotta, send in the dispute forms for the same videos over and over and over again. But that's what you get for doing a reaction or promotion channel. I sent a link to RJ to see if he wanted to come out, but I don't think he got his email yet. So I haven't seen RJ for a while. He's been taking a break. I just saw one of his videos there. He said he was taking a break, spend time with family, and preparations for his upcoming engagement, which I wish him the best of luck and the best of success for. He's going to be doing the anthem at a Buccaneers game, I guess, or affiliate of the Buccaneers game. So, congratulations to RJ for landing that opportunity, and I wish him the best on it. It's hard to believe we're already at the end of July. Like, where'd the time go? 9 days and July is over. What else? Oh, I picked my first pepper off my plants outside. It was like just a little one. It was big enough to make a salad for 4 people. But yeah, it's the first thing I ever grew that I could eat. So I was kind of proud of myself over that. And then I got this little nub coming up in a new spot, so I might get another one. Here's open, got my fingers crossed, my toes crossed, my legs crossed, my arms crossed, got my eyes crossed. And is that when she gets custody of the of your when she gets the court order? You'll probably be glad too. So this way here, that iffy situation is being taken care of in the proper manner. So, what else can we go with today? Last week, my cousin's birthday. I made these ribs. Made 2 racks of ribs, and I did them the way I normally do them. And 2 pieces of the rib, like I cut them up into pieces, and 2 of the pieces at the bottom of the bottom rack on the oven, the package broke open, and they kind of got burnt on the bone side of the rib, not on the meat side. So I was like, well, I can't serve that to them. So I put them in a different container and put it in my freezer. I'll have them later. But when we got there, like I got there at 3:00 or 3:30ish. And yes, congratulations, RJ. When I got picked up at about 3:30ish, got over there about 3:45ish. We put it in the oven at 250 degrees just to keep it warm, to keep it at temperature. And when my brother got there at 5:30, we were supposed to eat. Well, when my brother got there, all of a sudden he just kept getting in the way of the people cooking. And it was like, dude, shut up so we can feed these people and nothing's going to burn. Ooh, yeah, I'd say she stands a pretty good chance in court. When you're not responsible enough to show up at a designated meeting spot, and somebody has proof of that you've agreed to, and then you're not holding up your word. Yeah, the courts don't take lightly to that, especially when it comes to the upbringing of a minor. Like if you are constantly, like giving false witness and basically lying to people, that's no way. The courts look at that and say that's no way to bring up a youngster into the world. That's no trait that they want in the world. So there's a good possibility that her court date is going to be very successful. Um, Other than that, there's not a heck of a lot going on. Um, I don't know what else is to. Oh, I got to cook dinner for next Sunday. So I got to figure out what I'm gonna cook, and then make sure that we have all the ingredients. It's always good to be prepared when you go to court. Oh, thank you very much, Kiki and Jasmine. That'll hopefully you'll get them before you go on the plane. Then you'll be able to read them on the plane. At least somebody will be able to put in a review that's actually about my books rather than the bullshit that's been reported like several times. Oh, nice! I really appreciate that. You went with the artist drawing. Yeah, my friend Joe Tong. He's an excellent artist. Excellent artist. He's been a bit busy to work on the fourth book yet, so I gotta wait for him to get that done. Then I can. Oh, they'll be there Thursday. Nice. So you'll have them before you head out. That's cool. I hope you enjoy them. There's a on the artist drawn covers. I'll let you know this right now. There's a little bit of an Easter egg. There's a number on each one of them that tells you which book it is. So when I told my artist I wanted that to happen, he was like, "Oh, that's a great idea. I like that idea." Oh. I'll bet enjoying the sunshine will be one of the things that Kiki and Jasmine are planning on doing while they're in the Philippines. Because I know that's what I'd be doing. But there's a definite way to find out if there's a Canadian in the Philippines. If it's only 70 degrees outside, that guy's out at the beach playing in the water and catching a tan. So that's how you can tell when there's a Canadian. 70 degrees to us, we got shorts on. Oh yeah, sunshine. um, What else is going on? Um, Fourth Impact did a parade, which that's a great way to get their music out there. And from the short video of the parade that I saw, um, their music was playing on the parade itself, going through the streets of New York. So I think that is probably one of the best things, best promotion tools that they've had in a long time. Well, any particular genre that you're going to be doing some writing other than social reports? I got a friend of mine. He's been writing a book, or trying to write a book, or trying to write a story for like ever, since I met him like 7 years ago. And he's a great guy. He's just very, very picky on the way his writing comes out. So, he's, constantly, you know, scratching stuff out, editing stuff out. And he got to the point where he was like, well, all I can do is just a little, couple of sentences, couple of paragraphs. That's it. And that's my story. And I was like, got to start somewhere. What I watched a video where a person said, you can't tell me that writing a book is hard, because if you break it down, what is a book? It's a group of chapters that make a complete story. Well, what's a chapter? Well, it's a group of paragraphs that create an idea or a scene. Well, what's a paragraph? Well, it's a group of sentences that capture an idea. A sentence is just a group of words to make a coherent piece of communication. A word is just a group of letters to make it legible. All you got to do is start with the first letter. Political thriller books. Cool. So basically, something like for example, similar to the Abe Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, I was told that movie was a really good movie, but I was like, not big on horror movies and senseless violence. So, but the Haven books, it's written. It was written by, or is inspired by the story done by Stephen King called The Colorado Kid. Um, and I'm almost at a point where I want to read that book. I'm thinking about going to the library and thumbing through it. Go find it and see if I can take it out for a week or two. Oh, cool. You change names and dates, or changing names and places to keep anonymity. Yeah. England and Ireland, I think, would be um, like John Lobley says, yeah, a political horror. But you get Canada, the United States, and it's political humor. It's a joke anymore. Like, I'll bet the comedians are just going bananas over the most recent things that have been happening. Like I I don't know. I'd rather stay off of the topics of politics and what politicians are doing than what they what's been going on with them. But I just it's just one of those things where I just don't care about them kind of people. Oh yeah, it's just gone stupid. It's just basically they woke up and lost their common sense and common decency. Like along with common sense went common decency. And they call that, oh, we woke up and realized we had rights. Yeah, but you keep stamping on everybody else's rights. And when they wake up and realize that you've been doing it, guess what? All of a sudden they're going to start stamping on your rights. And you're going to be all pissed off. Well, if you wake up and realize you have rights, don't stamp on somebody else's rights. Just say, hey, you can't do this to me because I do have the same rights as you do. So it's just one of those things, and some people they hear that they have a right of something, but they express it way too far or expect so much else is encapsulated into those rights, and it just mind boggling, just blows your mind on how stupid some of these people can be. Another weekend at Bernie's, yeah, can imagine. Um, yeah, it's just it's mind boggling how ridiculous some of these people who you know expect so much that isn't attached to a right. They expect so much of that to be in that right. So those people there, that's one of the reasons why I want to try to go over to the Philippines for a little bit and just see how it is with people that are just happy that they don't have to deal with this bullshit. But yeah, it's just one of those things. But I think I'm gonna wind up shutting this down soon because the bright white is starting to give me a little bit of headache. I got new glasses, so it's hello, Arlies. How are you doing? I'm just about ready to shut down. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like what all that's going on right now is just to see if they can gain as many votes from the other parties as possible by doing something out of the ordinary. Like there's an election coming up in what August, September, October, 4 months, and they got 4 months to vie for the job in January. So it's just like do what you can, do what you have to try to either catch as many votes or get as many sympathy votes. So I'm not going to say one side is worse than the other, but like if they just cut the drama bullshit down, answer questions that's being asked, and actually help out the American people, they might get a little further. Yes, I really appreciate if you're there, Kiki and Jasmine. I really appreciate anybody who's watching my live streams. I appreciate you all. You all, you feel like great friends to me when you guys come in and spend some time with me, even if it is just like 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. It's still it makes me feel good that there are some good people out there who take a little bit of time out of their day and spend it with a somebody that they don't personally know. But like I said before, I think I'm going to shut this down because I haven't even eaten today, and I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. And so we shall sign out by saying, "I wish you all peace, love, and happiness," and we'll see you next week.